We're going to talk about headers and footers and pages, page numbers. We're going to number some pages, and then we're going to make the first page different than all the rest of them. It's going to be a title page. And then we're going to number odd and even pages for bounded documents. And then we'll make a title page, a first page that's different than the odd and even pages. And then we'll manually begin the page count at a number of our choosing. So this is about headers and footers and pages, page numbering. I've got my data that's the NASDAQ stock industries and some statistical information about those industries. And I told you that it was coming back, this data was coming back, and here it is. I warned you. But I just need some content for us to use to do some page numbering. And the best place to do that is the page layout view. And there's two places to get to the page layout view. One is you can get to it from the View tab. And if you saw the prior movies, you're well aware of this. We have the Workbook Views group that has the normal view, which is the default view, the page break preview, and the page layout view, which is where we're going. But we're going to get there by left-clicking the icon on the status bar, page layout. So numbering pages. We can number pages either in the header or the footer, but since the header is displayed at the top, it's right on the screen, we're going to work on the header. So there's a couple of different ways you can do it. I'm going to click and select the center header area and go to the Design tab for the header and footer tools, drop down Header, and select Page 1. So all the other pages in this print job have been numbered, but you can't tell that until you hover over the header. That didn't used to be the case. In 2010, it would update all the headers at the same time, and you didn't have to go hover over the page header to get it to display the changes. But apparently, now you do. So that's one way to number the pages. But let's say that I didn't want the pages to be numbered in the center area. I wanted it to be numbered on the right area. I could Control X, select the right area, Control V, to cut and paste. Or, selecting that, I can actually type in what you see, page and page in brackets. So I'm going to first delete that, click off of that so you can see that it is gone, and type page space and page in brackets. And when I click off of that, we have our pages numbered again. So another way we could have done this, selecting that right area again, deleting what's in there, going to the Design tab, is to work out of the header and footer elements group, where we can add a page number to the selected area that we're in. So those are three ways to add the page numbers. And we have several different options when it comes to numbering pages. Going back to the Design tab, we can enter the page number, and I want to add page, space, and space of space, number of pages. When I click off of that, it's page 1 of 6. And we now know that there's 6 pages in the print job. We didn't know that up till now. So the next thing we're going to do is create a title page. I'm going to left click and select that content and go to the Design tab and click this box that says Different First Page in the Options group. And then I'm going to enter some content, NASDAQ stocks. And you'll notice right now to the right, the page on the right says page 4 of 6. When I click off of what I just entered on the title page, it still says page 4 of 6. So the title page is counted in the page count, even though it's not displayed on the title page, on the header for the title page. So another thing we can do, and I'm going to copy that content into the first page. So I've reset the title page to be just like all the other pages, even though this checkbox is still checked. But I'm going to clear that checkbox and check the next checkbox, which is different odd and even pages. You'll notice on the page to the right, the page 4 of 6 disappeared. Well, that's because when we choose this option, we have to set the header for both the odd and the even pages. And right now, only the odd pages are set. In order to set the even pages, and I'm going to copy this, header content, click off of that, page down, we have to set the even page header. And the reason why you would set odd and even pages generally is because this document may be bound or may be put into a notebook. So you would want the first page to have the page numbering on the upper right-hand corner. Flip the page over if you're doing double-sided printing. The second page would have it on the upper left-hand corner, which is where we are now, the even pages. I'm going to Control V to set the header for the even pages. And we have page 2 of 6, and page 3 of 6 is on the upper right side, paging up. Page 4 of 6, an even page, is on the left side, and so on. So we can now send this job to the printer, print on both sides of the pages, and bind this print job. So we can have a title page as well as odd and even pages. Going back to the Design tab, left-clicking different first page, and I'm going to just type in there the same content I had before, clicking off of that. And so we have a title page and odd and even pages. I'm going to select the header information over here, Control C, and copy it into my title page. Go back to the Design tab and clear both of those checkboxes. So we are back to where we were a couple of segments ago. There is yet one more way that you can determine the page numbering for your pages, and that's to manually establish what the first page number will be. And we can do that by going to the Page Layout tab, left-clicking the Page Setup dialog box, and where it says First Page Number, it currently in that field says Auto. When it says Auto, the first page is going to be number 1. But we can put any number into that field. I'm going to put a 10 in there. Left-click OK, and our first page number is 10. Our second page number is 11, and so on. But since it really doesn't make sense to say page 10 of 6, we can select this and get rid of by deleting the of number of pages part of this, delete, and we have just page 10, 11, 12, and so on. So that's numbering the pages for the headers and footers. We began by numbering the pages in 3 different ways. We set the first page up to be different than the rest of the pages. In other words, we created a title page. We numbered the pages in an odd and even format so we can bind the document. We can do that and set up a title page. And finally, we manually determined what number we wanted the page numbering to begin on.